The origins of Jehovah's Witnesses, founder, inception, and the vision of Charles Taze Russell. The religious movement known as Jehovah's Witnesses, distinctive for its door-to-door evangelism and distinctive beliefs, traces its origins to the late 19th century and the vision of Charles Taze Russell. This essay explores the founder, start date, reasons for founding, and the pivotal figure behind the establishment of the Jehovah's Witness religion. Charles Taze Russell, born on February 16, 1852, in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, played a crucial role in the founding of what would later become the Jehovah's Witness movement. Raised in a Presbyterian family, Russell experienced a religious awakening during his teenage years, prompted in part by dissatisfaction with certain aspects of mainstream Christian teachings. The start date of the Jehovah's Witness movement is commonly associated with the publication of the first issue of Zion's Watchtower and Herald of Christ's Presence in July 1879. This publication, initiated by Charles Taze Russell, marked the beginning of the movement's distinct theological perspectives and set the stage for the development of the Jehovah's Witness community. The reasons for the founding of the Jehovah's Witness religion are rooted in Charles Taze Russell's dissatisfaction with certain traditional Christian doctrines and his desire to restore what he believed to be the pure teachings of the Bible. Russell's theological journey was influenced by various religious movements of his time, including the Millwright movement, which predicted the second coming of Christ in 1844. In the early 1870s, Russell, along with a group of like-minded individuals, began studying the Bible intensively. Rejecting mainstream doctrines such as the Trinity and the concept of hell, Russell developed a unique set of theological beliefs that emphasized biblical literalism and a distinctive understanding of the end times. Central to Russell's teachings was the idea of dispensationalism, a theological framework that divided history into distinct periods or dispensations, each marked by specific divine revelations and purposes. One of Russell's prominent beliefs was his rejection of the traditional Christian understanding of the afterlife. Instead of the common belief in an immortal soul, Russell taught that the dead are in a state of non-existence until they are resurrected. This belief, along with other distinctive doctrines, set the movement apart from mainstream Christianity. The name Jehovah's Witnesses was not adopted until the early 1930s. Before that, adherents were known as Bible students. The term Jehovah is an English rendering of the Tetragrammaton, YHWH, the name of God in the Hebrew Scriptures. Russell's emphasis on the use of God's name and his belief in the restoration of true Christian teachings contributed to the adoption of this distinctive name. The organizational structure of the movement underwent significant development under Russell's leadership. In 1884, he founded the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, a legal entity that served as the publishing arm of the movement. This society played a crucial role in disseminating Russell's writings, which included a series of books known as Studies in the Scriptures. These publications outlined the movement's doctrinal beliefs and interpretations of biblical prophecy. Russell's teachings gained a following, and the movement experienced growth, attracting individuals who shared his dissatisfaction with mainstream Christian doctrines. The movement's distinctive approach to evangelism, characterized by the distribution of literature, public speaking, and a focus on door-to-door visits, became a hallmark of Jehovah's Witnesses. Charles Taze Russell's death in 1916 marked a transitional period for the movement. Leadership passed to Joseph F. Rutherford, who implemented significant doctrinal changes and organizational developments. Under Rutherford's leadership, the movement underwent a rebranding, adopting the name Jehovah's Witnesses in 1931. Rutherford continued the emphasis on door-to-door evangelism and the distribution of literature, contributing to the distinctive public presence of Jehovah's Witnesses. His leadership also saw the establishment of the movement's administrative structure, with the governing body assuming a central role in doctrinal decision-making and organizational oversight. Doctrinal changes under Rutherford included a reinterpretation of certain biblical prophecies and a heightened focus on the imminent establishment of God's kingdom on earth. The movement's views on political involvement underwent a significant shift, with Jehovah's Witnesses adopting a stance of political neutrality, refraining from military service and refusing to salute national flags. The mid-20th century brought legal challenges for Jehovah's Witnesses, particularly in the United States, where their refusal to participate in patriotic rituals led to legal battles over issues of freedom of speech and religious expression. The landmark Supreme Court case of West Virginia State Board of Education v. Barnett, 1943, affirmed the right of Jehovah's Witness children to abstain from reciting the Pledge of Allegiance in public schools. The period after World War II witnessed global expansion for Jehovah's Witnesses, with missionary work reaching various continents. The movement continued to grow, and its distinctive beliefs and practices became widely recognized. In subsequent decades, the movement faced criticism and controversy, particularly regarding its stance on medical treatments, disfellowshipping, excommunication, practices, and predictions related to the end times. Despite these challenges, Jehovah's Witnesses continued to be a visible and active religious community, with a global membership reaching millions. In recent years, the movement has undergone further doctrinal refinements under the leadership of the governing body. Technological advancements have facilitated the distribution of literature and communication among Jehovah's Witnesses worldwide. The movement's official website, jw.org, serves as a central hub for accessing their beliefs, literature, and multimedia resources. In conclusion, the Jehovah's Witness religion, founded by Charles Taze Russell in the late 19th century, emerged as a distinct religious movement with unique theological beliefs and practices. The start date is associated with the publication of Zion's Watchtower in 1879, reflecting Russell's dissatisfaction with mainstream Christian doctrines and his desire to restore what he perceived as the pure teachings of the Bible. The movement's growth, doctrinal development, and distinctive approach to evangelism have shaped its identity and contributed to its global presence. While facing challenges and controversy, Jehovah's Witnesses remain an active and influential religious community, adhering to the vision and teachings initiated by Charles Taze Russell over a century ago.